Hello, my name is Larry Pinson Sr., the author of this book called Chaps. Uh, you have seen me before on YouTube videos, and I'm doing another video, hopefully the last video, but because I want to let the people know that you have your own fingerprints, you have your own DNA, and you have your own hours. That means that everybody on this earth have their own hours. That's the reason I wrote this book. Now, you have to work 1 week and be off 3 weeks and 1 day within 1 week. You got to get my book, Chaps, because I don't have that much time to try to explain it to you on this video. I want to keep it as short as I can. Now, when I say everybody has their own hours, that means everybody. From the President of the United States to the floor sweeper or the people that cleaning up the kitchen in the White House. Everybody. So that means that this book that I wrote, I had to write this book because every pay system that provide corporation money for their employees is wrong. So every pay system that collect taxes to pay politicians is wrong. And every pay system that the private business owners use to pay their workers is wrong. Every contract that between the workers and an employee in this world is wrong. Chaps is the right way to go because they let everybody chip in and use their own hours. Now, right now, I live in Maywood, Illinois, and it hurts me to see there's some teachers on strike in Maywood, Illinois right now. And I just got a phone call about maybe an hour ago. And it was somebody on there pleading for the people to come to a meeting saying that who's ever in charge of their pay needs to stop and give them the correct pay. But I'm going to tell you something. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. You have to do it because you have 168 hours. It's time for you to read this book and take control of your own hours. That's why I say you have to work 1 week and be off 3 weeks and 1 day within 1 week. Meaning that you have to look, you have to understand when the physical work week began. First of all, because a lot of people don't know. And then you got to understand that what kind of service do you want? See, Chaps is a 24/7 work week. In other words, you have to have service 24/7. But then that's misleading. If you're working in a Chaps pay system, you having service 72/7. Now I know that's misleading, but you can catch on because you got 3 tours. You got 3 pay locations in this book. And just about every job, they feel like they have to schedule you, the way they want you to schedule. But it don't work that way. It don't. Because you have to be able to work in your pay location 40 hours a week. And you got 168 hours. And everybody else got 168 hours. So you work 40 hours and then you R&R for 128 hours. Meaning it's no such thing as overtime. Now let's get to the crux of this thing, and I'm gonna get to the point because I'm gonna ask you a question. First of all, in order to get in touch with me, look at my website and my YouTube videos. But look at my website, and it's chapspaysystem.com. It's chapspaysystem.com. And as I speak, I wish you would pull that website up so you could make sure that you will not forget this pay system that I wrote for you. It's only for individuals. Everybody that I talk to say CHAPS is for not everybody. But that's not true. CHAPS is for everybody. It's no one that I know that I've been talking to about CHAPS say CHAPS don't work. I have talked to the Secretary of State. He know me personally. He said CHAPS won't work, Larry. I have talked to my congressman, Danny Davis. He said CHAPS won't work, Larry. I have talked to my alderman, Emma Mitz. She said CHAPS won't work, Larry. I tried to talk to the mayor of the city of Chicago. I even gave her a book, but the book I gave her was outdated. This book right here is updated. This latest book is hot off the press. She said CHAPS won't work. But I'm gonna tell you something. I live in Maywood, Illinois right now, but I grew up in the city of Chicago, the west side of Chicago, the greater Lawndale area, the west side, the best side. Man, I went to 4 different grammar schools in the Lawndale area. Herzl, William Penn, Mason, Sumner, and then I went to a mighty fine high school, John Marshall, Commandos. Commandos for life, baby. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. Right now, that school was great. But right now, that school is feeding on the bottom. I'm here to tell you, it's feeding on the bottom right now. But we're gonna get that thing straightened out. I'm here to tell you. And you teachers, I need your teachers. So I need your teachers to be accountable for your hours. You got 168. And you could, once you get assigned to your hours, you gotta look at this book. Once you get assigned to your hours, then you have to come in your pay location. You cannot work out of your pay location. So every day you have to work 8 hours, and then you have to be off 16 hours. Let me say that again. You work 8 and you off 16. Now, your pay locations. CHAPS, you got to understand, CHAPS is a 3 fiscal year pay system and 1 calendar year pay system. That's what you got to understand. You got to understand your pay location. You got to understand it's no such thing. You got to understand the bids. You have to understand the 4 in the box bids. You have to understand that you have to work 10 hours for this year's salary that's taxable. You have to understand you have to work 10 hours to pay for your benefits that's non-taxable. You have to understand you have to work 10 hours to pay for your stipend pay that's non-taxable. You have to understand that you work 10 hours for next year's salary that's non-taxable. See, when you work the first three months, when you work your first pay period, you got to understand the pay period also. People at the United States Post Office, I'm based this off the United States Post Office, but I'm saying the United States Post Office, but it's every job on this earth because everybody have 168. Just imagine, you trying to set up a payroll system that everybody's involved. Everybody. And everybody work for their own hours. Just imagine how hard that is, man. Come on now. Now you think that I could come up with a pay system like that? No. No. I was taught. I was taught by a master of all masters, a teacher of all teachers. Now, I know you don't believe it, but look at Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 18 to 22. It's in the book. It's another phrase in the book that I say when I mention God. Now, I don't mention God too much because I feel privileged, and I don't have to threaten you with God, because I can't threaten you with God, because you have your own hours and you have to make your own decisions. I'm just saying use the CHAPS pay system is a better situation than you're in now. That's all I'm saying, Doc. That's all I'm saying. And it's my job to tell you. Now, every prophet that God sent on this earth, the people don't believe them. The people killed them. And it's some people, some friends of mine, they say, hey, Larry, you better watch out what you're saying, man. Because you're going to wind up in a body bag. I didn't wind up in no body bag in Vietnam. I came back here. So I ain't worried about being in no body bag. I'm not worried. I'm not worried about me dying or somebody killing me, because I wrote this book talking about CHAPS to give everybody equal opportunity to live in this earth. Now, let's get to the crux of this. And so let's start with the federal government, the city government, and the state government. Their pay system, every pay system that they have is created with taxes. Their pay is created with taxes. Now, they say in the Constitution, it said taxation without representation is tyranny. So the federal government and the city government and the state government is committing tyranny. They are not letting the workers use their own hours. Because guess what? Initially, the politicians' salary is come from taxpayers. Everybody know that, but you won't admit it. Everybody know this though. See, now if you work in a CHAPS pay system, meaning that you cannot work 40 hours a week for 40 hours of pay. That's one of the biggest lies that's out there. And then Dr. Martin Luther King said, Carlyle said, can't no lie last forever. And so we're going to have to stop these politicians from just taking our money and just doing what they want to do. Oh, they got to stop. You got to stop these politicians. Look at the prices. There's no reason for the prices. See, now you got to understand the corporations is the one gouging the people. And so, hey, look, you got to fight back. Run CHAPS. Run CHAPS. Everybody run CHAPS. Now, this is what you're going to get when you run CHAPS. You're going to work between 20 and 30 years, and you're going to pay yourself a double salary. Every quarter, you're going to get a double salary. And then the money that you have for your benefits that's left over in that quarter that you didn't use, you're going to get a bonus. You're going to get a bonus check from that money. And then you're going to have to pay 10% of the money for your benefits for using the CHAPS pay system. Now, my company, I have a company, it's called CHAPS, my company. And all you got to do is tell the people to sign up with the CHAPS pay system, and you want to use your own money. Now, let's say, for instance, the teachers. The teachers you have 168 hours. Okay? So you cannot work in a system that the school starts at 7 o'clock and it ends at 2:30 or 3:30. You cannot, hey, look, you cannot work in that hour, those hours. That means that's when the students come. If the school districts want the kids to come at 7 o'clock, to last at 2:30 or 3:30, that's on them. But I'm talking about the teachers that work in a CHAPS pay system. You got to work in your pay location, and it's 3 pay locations for a teacher. Now, it's a 24/7 pay location, and it's a 12 a.m. and 12 p.m. pay location, and 2 or 2 start from 4 to 12. You cannot change it. 2 or 3 start from 12 to 8. You cannot change it. But 201, you can change 201. You can have them come in at 8 a.m. and leave at 4 p.m. So that's why you have your 3 tours. It's amazing, isn't it? It's easy. All you got to do is come in and work on your pay location. Now, this is what you're going to get out of the 40 hours that you work. You got to work 10 hours for your benefits. Like I said, 10 hours for this year's salary, 10 hours for your stipend pay, and 10 hours for next year's salary. In other words, at the end of the year, you have to rotate your money over and over. So you don't need the politicians collecting taxes for to get the budget for the next year budget, and then the next year budget. Man, please, now that's over with. You politicians, stop. You need to stop, politicians, because guess what? You need to be in a CHAPS pay system also, meaning that you start in the fiscal year, October the 1st to September the 30th. Now, that's the only thing the United States government got right. I said it, that's the only thing. It's the fiscal year. But let me tell you this. If you're supposed to start October the 1st, why are you having inaugurations, January the 20th? You out there freezing your behind out, cold. Wouldn't you rather be out there in a nice autumn day in October the 1st so you could get out there and relax, have nice weather? Well, that's what you're supposed to do. And I'm talking about every politician. I'm not talking about every 2 months somebody else getting elected. No, stop it. You start, every politician start, because guess what? Every politician got to give the money back. You got to give the salary back. You got to give it back. So now the taxpayers won't have to pay your salary no more. The taxpayers can feel good about themselves. The taxpayers, see, because if no accountability, you say right now, war and politicians, what are they good for? I say, Larry Pence Senior say, absolutely nothing. Now, what do you say? What do you say? These politicians start a war, and then they won't end the war. Look at what's going on right now. Look, it's crazy. It's crazy. Look, you shouldn't be afraid to stop a war over there in Ukraine. President Biden, you shouldn't be afraid to stop the war, because it's wrong. It's wrong. And guess what? We'll fight. We ain't scared of nobody. This is the United States of America, Doc. I'm not scared. I wasn't afraid when I went on there in Vietnam. And I'm not afraid now. No. And you got some guys out there. I'm gonna tell you something. Man, the United States of America got some guys that go to work. We got some stuff that'll put on you that you're gonna never wish you had talking about fighting us. That's how good I feel about it. Now, hey, look, and I know this. So why do we have to kowtow to nobody? This is the This is the undivided States of America. That's true. Because we are still fighting against each other. But it's time to come together because CHAPS is a pay system. It's one for all and all for one, Doc. See, get this book. And I'm talking about everybody need to get this book and understand this book because you have 168 and you cannot work in nobody else's pay location. It won't work. See, because you got to work 8 hours and then you got to R&R 128 hours. Because your body, you have your own DNA. Everybody has their own DNA. Everybody has their own DNA. Meaning that no one pandemic can get us all. They can't get us all. So once you start messing with your DNA, putting a shot in your arm or something, you attacking your DNA, and your DNA might be messed up. That's why some people, when they get COVID, some people might get it for 2 days or 3 days, and then they fine. And then some people, they almost die from it. That's the reason. Because everybody's DNA is different. So you can't tell me that you're going to come up with 3 shots and then some pills to fix everybody's DNA? Are you listening to me? Everybody. From the President of the United States to the floor sweeper in the White House. Everybody. So it's time for everybody to own up and be accountable for your hours. That's all I'm saying. Teachers, hey, look, get this book. If you don't understand this book, you go to your district and you tell them, I'm going to work in the child pay system, and I'm on 202, I'm going to be at 4 o'clock. 4 to 12, that's it, Doc. And then 2 or 3, I'll be from 12 to 8. That's it. And then while the kids are not there, you're going to see what the teachers be doing. In this book, I got it spelled out for you. Now, the people that's crying about the United States Postal Service, stop crying about the United States Postal Service. Because all in my book, I'm telling them they are the supervisors, and from the postmaster on down to the lowest supervisor, misled, and they don't know what they're doing as far as scheduling the people. See, because they have to work, and they have to accrue their own hours. You're supposed to get mail deliveries on Sunday. You're supposed to get partial mail, and you're supposed to get medicine, and you're supposed to get express mail. How many people that know that they're supposed to work on Sunday? And there's another thing. When these mayors talking about a snow day, then they gonna make it up. How you gonna make up a day? Hold it. You cannot make up a day. I'm telling you right now, because I have got older in age, and if I can make up a day, every day, March the 1st was my birthday, and I turned 74 years old. Thank God. Now, look, man, if I can make up a day, every day from now on out will be a snow day. Meaning I can make it up. You can't make up time. Time, you cannot make it up. You cannot make it up. You could be a millionaire, a billionaire, and when it's time for you to go, you're gone. You cannot pay all your money, a billionaire, a trillionaire, or whatever, 1 second to be here to say, goodbye, Larry. You cannot. When it's time for you to leave here, it's time for you to leave here. So it's time for you to understand your own hours that God give you. Now, I know people don't believe in God. I know this. But I'm not really, I'm not telling you to believe in God. I'm just telling you to believe in Chaps Pay System. And I'm just telling you who Pay System this is. I'm giving glory be to God. I'm just telling you whose Pay System this is. So you teachers, get this book and just tell your district that you want to come in and you want to work in the Chaps Pay System if you don't understand it. It's guidance in this book. Where two of you come in, two or two, two or three, and two or four. I mean, two or four, two or one, and then that's what you do. Get the book. Now, I'm talking about the postal workers. Postal workers, you are not delivering these people mail, especially in the city of Chicago. You got people that's on Channel 7 News running around here trying to find out what's wrong with the mail. But I have tried to get in touch with them. I'm saying Channel 7, but because I tried Channel 7. I'm talking about and they were no response. When I tell them, when I start talking about the mayor, or either start talking about these politicians, or they don't want to have nothing to do with this. They don't want to hear the truth. It's just like my man said, you cannot handle the truth. Because Chaps is the truth, man. That's all I'm saying. Now, you postal workers, get your money. You're supposed to be getting a double salary. Because you own your own hours. And then once you work in a Chaps Pay System, you're going to get a double salary for the rest of your life and beyond. Look, get this book, man. And then it's built in. It's built in a rest, R&R. Because you work 8 hours and then you R&R for 16 hours. There's no doubt. And then if you catch somebody they're talking about they're going to work in your pay location, that's when you go to work. So no, you're not going to work in my pay location. You just wait your turn. And you get your bids by seniority and knowledge. We are going to destroy ourselves because of lack of knowledge of Chaps. So that's all I'm saying. And I cannot, I'm sorry, as I seem like that judge that was talking to this particular person the other day and just going on ranting and raving. He's a judge and he's just a judge, but he's not the almighty judge. So you can say your thing and because it's too many liars out there. It's too many liars out there right now, especially at the United States Post Office. They lying about, about your hours. Are you going to judge them and do the same thing to Justice Smollett? I don't know if I be butchering the name, but you know who I'm talking about, the people that live in the city of Chicago. That was ridiculous. Now, you politicians, you have to be judged. You're the ones going to be judged every quarter. And you're going to stop taking our money, paying your salary, just doing what you want to do. No, you got to stop that because it's too much hatred. It's too much hatred in you guys' heart. It's too much hatred. So it's time for you to be judged instead of taxing me to pay your salary. Look at these gas prices. Somebody said that all we was getting is like 2% of oil from Russia. Okay, as I'm getting 2% of oil from Russia, why are these prices so jacked up? Come on, man. Why? Why? That's all I'm saying. Why? It's no inflation. Because this the kicker. And then I'm through. This the kicker. Everything that you do and you work in the Chaps Pay System is free. So if you're a healthcare worker, it's free. They say Obamacare. Now, Obamacare, President Obama was right. He's the one, that's why I wrote this book. I was trying to get it to him while he was in office. But look, I couldn't because nobody was trying to hear me. But it's time for you to hear me. Now, President Obama, all he was saying that everybody needs health care. And he was totally right. So he put his name on it. Now, I said, President, why you want to put your name on something like that? But I'm saying that he was right, but everybody get free health care. That's what Larry Pence is saying. Everybody get free health care. The education, oh man, we so far behind. I'm talking about black people. We are so far behind, and you know what they do? Since we're so far behind, we always been poorly educated all our lives, man. Poorly educated. Facilities for us to play basketball in, baseball in. The facilities always been bad. Especially, I'm talking about in the inner city. I grew up in the west side of Chicago, Doc. I know. Right now, it still seems like it's on the block that I live in. During the Martin Luther King riots, but some people were so angry. Are you taking our leader? Gets burnt down and stuff. Okay. And they never built it back. So now you're talking about building real highways and stuff like that, with the Build Back Better plan. No, Build Back Better plan is a CHAPS pay system. We'll build our own neighborhoods up. Because guess what? Once you're in the CHAPS pay system, it's free. So the federal government needs to stop giving out grants. Grants it's no good. Federal grants is no good. Because what you're doing, you are taking my money and just giving it away. You might as well put it in a shredder and chop it up. Put it up. If you give away a grant, you make sure that entrepreneur or that company is working in the tax pay system. Now guess what? They have to get that money back. Once they close down, because most of them get a grant and then, get in business for a year or two, then they sit down. Oh, I can't make it. Why you can't make it? Because you're not in the child pay system. And then another thing, these healthcare workers, you need to stop. Get in the child pay system. You work 8 hours and you go home, and at the end of that day, you R&R for 16. Because you got families too. You can't save the world. And God don't want you to save the world. Just do your thing. Do your 40, and then you leave up out of there. Because somebody else behind you, and then you work 20 to 30 years, a generation, and then you go head on. And then you're going to get not only a double salary, but you're going to get all your money from your benefits. So that's another 2,080 hours every year, less than 10% for the usage of CHAPS. Ain't that something? Stop. The mayor of the city of Chicago, stop. You got these, you got the police officers. I'm gonna say this number. You got the police officers not accountable. It's time for the police officer to be accountable for your actions and your salary, because you got 168 You work in the child pay system, you will get a double salary every quarter using your own money. And if you happen to go down and you get shot or whatever, killed or whatever, your money is going to go to your beneficiary. Your money. That's your money. Once you work in the child pay system, you have to flip your own money. You got to get the book and find out, fully understand what I'm talking about. The police officers will never, now I mean never, be able to serve and protect us in the pay system that they're in now. They will never. Because they have to work in the child pay system in order to save the people. And then their work is debt free. So when the judge talking about Justice Smollett or whatever, saying that he had to pay $100 and some $1,000 for overtime, let me tell you something. There ain't no such thing as overtime. There's no such thing as overtime because everybody got 168. You are not allowed to work overtime. Now it's carry on time. That's a different. But it's no such thing as overtime. See, so why he had to pay overtime? Why? May God bless America. And you teachers that's on strike, run CHAPS, get in touch with this, and then stand up for yourselves. Because of politics, the federal government and the state government and the city government will not. And then all these military people, you always talking about you so happy to protect us. Look on that book. You see these military people, you are not protecting them. You know why you're not? Because they supposed to be getting a double salary as well. Are they getting it? No. May God bless America, and thank you very much.